Hey there, little story explorers! Welcome back to Simple Stories, Smart Kids, the magical corner of YouTube where fairy tales grow giggles and even the tiniest bird can steal the spotlight. Today's tale is about a very fancy emperor, a tiny little bird with a voice like magic, and a robot that thinks it's Beyoncé. Trust us, this is one story that chirps, beeps, and sings its way into your heart. So fluff your pillows, wiggle your toes, and get ready, because the Nightingale is about to take flight. Once upon a time, in a faraway land bursting with lush green gardens and sparkling rivers, there lived an emperor. And not just any emperor. Oh no, this one was absolutely obsessed with fancy things. The more glittery, the better. His palace sparkled, his clothes dazzled, and his garden was so stuffed with colorful flowers that even the bees wore sunglasses. This emperor, however, had never heard the greatest treasure of his own kingdom, the enchanting nightingale. Now let's talk about this nightingale. Perched on a quiet branch, small, brown, and looking more like a leftover bread roll than a masterpiece bird, she sang the sweetest, most magical melodies anyone could ever imagine. Her song floated through the trees and made even grumpy old gardeners laugh. But with her plain feathers and shy habits, hardly anyone bothered to look for her, or even knew she existed. Except, curiously, for the people of the kingdom who listened closely and loved her little concerts every evening. Everything changed the day a book arrived from across the sea. The foreign ambassador, eager to impress the emperor, gifted him this book, and one chapter shouted loudly about the glorious nightingale from the emperor's own garden, claiming her song was the best thing since sliced bread. The emperor read, sat up straight, and, for the first time ever, felt a bit left out. Nightingale? What nightingale? Why have I not heard this bird? Someone! Bring me this marvelous nightingale at once. And that's when the court was thrown into complete chaos. Everyone rushed around in tight silk shoes searching for the famous nightingale. The poor kitchen maid piping peas into bowls started giggling and said, "Oh, you mean that little brown bird? She sings outside my window every night." Suddenly, she became the kingdom's most important person and was whisked away, peas still clinging to her apron, to guide a royal procession through the wildest parts of the emperor's garden. After much tripping over roots and sneezing from flower pollen, they found the nightingale sitting shyly on a low branch. She was so flustered by all the excited people, she almost forgot how to sing. But when the kitchen maid nodded encouragingly, the nightingale took a deep breath and sang with all her heart. The emperor's eyes widened. Even the courtiers, who mainly liked the sound of their own voices, were left gaping. The music was soft, twinkling, warm, pure magic. The emperor was so impressed, he immediately demanded that the nightingale move into the palace. There, she had her own golden cage and was made to perform every evening for the emperor, his guests, and anyone important enough to be invited. Her sweet song became the #1 hit in the imperial charts. But life in the golden cage was not much fun for the nightingale. She missed the moonlit gardens, her old friends, the frogs and beetles, and the kitchen maid's open window. Besides, all the attention from fancy courtiers made her nervous. They even tried to teach her to sing in perfect time with a metronome, which we all know is a recipe for disaster. Then, one day, something new arrived at the palace, a gift from the Emperor of Japan. It was the most dazzling mechanical nightingale ever built, covered in glittering jewels, feathers made of silver, and able to sing the same tune over and over without ever needing a worm or a nap. The emperor was enchanted. Courtiers pressed buttons, and the musical box bird warbled away, always in perfect tune. The real nightingale, feeling quite outsung by a clockwork competitor, sadly slipped out the window and into the night, gone before even the kitchen maid noticed. For a while, the emperor didn't care. Every guest wanted to hear the artificial nightingale's impressive, polished routine. But soon, this bird's song grew boring. It played only one melody, perfectly, but always the same. Still, the emperor didn't mind. He liked watching the cogs turn and the little beak move, and all the court pretended it was the very best thing they'd ever heard. Then, one day, tragedy struck. The artificial bird's gears jammed with a loud clunk, and it could no longer sing. No matter what the royal watchmakers tried, the bird remained stubbornly mute. The emperor was devastated. He missed the real Nightingale, and worse, a great heaviness fell on his heart. He became ill, his fancy slippers gathered dust, and the grand palace was filled with nothing but silence. One night, as the emperor lay alone, facing a future with neither real nor mechanical Nightingale, something amazing happened. Through the open window, on a gentle evening breeze, came the familiar, glorious song. The Nightingale had returned. Perching quietly on a branch, she sang not for the court, not for prizes or gold, but simply because she wanted to. The music worked wonders. The emperor felt light as a feather. His spirits lifted higher than his tallest towers. He begged the Nightingale to stay with him forever in the palace. But the wise bird said, "Thank you, dear emperor, but I need the wide open world to sing. I will visit you and sing when you need me most, but I belong to the trees, the rivers, and every heart that truly listens." The emperor agreed. Though he could not keep her in a cage, he knew her gift would always return when he listened with hope and kindness. From then on, whenever anyone in the kingdom felt sad, a sweet, wild song would float through the palace and lift every heart, reminding them all that true beauty, friendship, and happiness can never be locked up. You have to let them soar free. And so the great emperor learned a lesson even more precious than rubies or diamonds, that the most valuable things are sometimes small, plain, and stubbornly independent, and the best songs are the ones we cannot cage. From that day, he treasured the simple laughter of frogs in the pond, the kindness of the kitchen maid, and most of all, the wild, incomparable song of a humble little nightingale. As for the court, well, they tried to sing along. But as anyone who's ever heard a royal counselor attempt high notes knows, some things are better left to the experts. And if you walk in a garden someday and hear a mysterious, lovely melody fluttering in the air, you'll know. Somewhere nearby, a nightingale is singing her wild, wonderful song, just for you. Once upon a time, there was a garden teeming with life, a palace sparkling with riches, and a tiny brown bird who changed it all with the gift of her song. Such is the way of the world. The smallest voices often hold the biggest magic, and true happiness flies free, just like the nightingale who won the heart of an emperor, and maybe your own. So if you ever find yourself searching for treasures, don't forget to listen. You never know what song might find you, or how it might make your whole world sing. And that, little listeners, is the tale of the nightingale, a tiny bird with a big heart, and a voice that outsang a robot. If you had fun flying through this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your story-loving friends. At Simple Stories, Smart Kids, every tale is filled with wonder, laughter, and a sprinkle of smart. See you in the next adventure.